Hello, interwebs. Today, Sunday, July 23rd, July 30th, 2017 CE, was the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race at Pocono, the Overton's 500. I don't know what Overton's is, but it's a sponsor for the race. Okay, we got that. The qualifying was on the same day of the race, first time in Cup Series this year. And it will also happen again next week at Watkins Glen and October 29th, I think. Yes, October 29th for Martinsville. So Kyle Busch out on the pole, and he pretty much, he had the pole. On lap 1, actually started early. Matt Kenseth spun around, and he didn't get hit or anything, but it caused a stack up behind him, so everyone's crashing into each other. Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto out of the race. Others involved: Michael McDowell, Chris Buescher, Austin Dillon, and Danica Patrick. They had minor damage, if they had any. Like Michael McDowell, I think he got a little splitter damage, maybe some door damage, but nothing major. He was able to come back, rally, get top 20. Other drivers, Chris Buescher, he had some minor damage. Austin Dillon and Danica, they were fine. Early pit stops, stage 1, lap 19. That trend started by Jimmy Johnson, I believe, and that just started a cycle because they all had to pit at least once. It was a 50-lap stage. Pit window is 32 to 35 laps. You can't stretch 15 laps of fuel. You'd have to turn the engine off every single turn probably, or cut, not shift. Any way to save the engine, really. Lift early. I already said that probably. I don't remember. Anyway, so that was that. And so during those pit cycles, Dale Earnhardt Jr., his last race at Pocono, got a speeding penalty. So that really hurt him. And so, of course, that's never good when he gets a speeding penalty. But in his situation where he's back in points and he needs a win to get in the playoffs, I don't think he'd point his way, and he'd be crazy if he did. So he needs a win, so that definitely hurt his chances. And everything cycled back around, and Kyle Busch ended up winning stage 1. And so he won stage 1, led 30 of the 50 laps, and the stage 1 results: Kyle Busch finished first in stage, 10 points plus 1 playoff point. Second, Martin Truex Jr., 9 points. Kevin Harvick, 8 points. Brad Keselowski, 7 points. Ryan Blaney, 6 points. Jamie McMurray, 5 points. Denny Hamlin, 4 points. Clint Boyer, 3 points. Kyle Larson, 2 points. Chase Elliott, 1 point. And that is the top 10 for stage 1. And so those are the results for stage 1. And so stage 2, pits. You got pit. And so Matt Kenseth, who spun out on lap 1, he ended up he ended up being the leader at the beginning of stage 2, and he took the lead, young. And so turn 3, first lap of stage 2, he being Kyle Busch, took the lead back from Matt Kenseth, his teammate, and he flew by. That was fast. He was fast today. And so Kyle Busch took the lead, and then a lap later, Jimmy Johnson racing for position with Casey Kane, his teammate. He made contact with Ryan Blaney the lap earlier, which might have caused, but I don't think it did. But Casey Kane made contact with left rear Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson spun on the exit of turn 3, and the back of his car hit the wall, which had a lot of damage. He was leaking fluid, so he was out of the race. He ended up finishing 35th or 36th, which he already has 3 wins, so he's in the playoffs. But points, playoff points, all that. You can get all that. And then after that, lap 60, that was not 4 laps, but that's when the strategy started to play in for the overall race. And drivers like Dale Jr., Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Casey Kane, they all pitted to kind of switch the strategy from the leaders and try to get up there later, maybe for positions, pit strategy, and all that jazz. So, yay, fun. And then the lap into the restart, Ryan Blaney, off of turn 2, made contact with Eric, or off turn 1, turns 1 or 2. It was one of those turns. made contact with Eric Jones, and the way he hit. So, right in front of his car right here, made contact with. The point is, made contact the right front, and it had a tire rub, and it was a pretty big dent in the car. And he had to pit, and he pitted. They thought they had it repaired. They came back out a lap, and it was smoking really bad. Tire rub was really bad. So they went ahead and pitted again. That pretty much ruined their day because they went a number of laps down. Then sometime after that, Jamie McMurray, driving the '01 McDonald's Chevrolet, he was saying he smelled something in his car. He's like, smoke, oil, something. It's bad. Bad if you smell that. So he dealt with that. He later ended up popping the hood open, checking the engine out. And he ended up finishing like 30th. It was a bad day for him. Then the next caution came out for his teammate Kyle Larson, who he watched the replay. He was in front of Martin Truex Jr., and you see something fly out of the back of his car. It's a giant white piece, and you see him just go up the racetrack, and which is never a good signal if you just go up the racetrack unless you overshoot the corner. You can recover from that. But when they went to the in-car camera, you could hear and so ended up being a broken drive shaft, which they ended up repairing. He ended up coming back 12 laps down, finishing in the 30s or something. So after that caution, Austin Dillon and Denny Hamlin stayed out. They had no tires, bad tires, no old. Everyone else pitted. Dale Jr., Brad Keselowski, they took 2 tires, and then everyone else took 4 tires behind them. And so Austin Dillon, he didn't even maintain the lead going into turn 1. Denny Hamlin just flew past him because I guess Dillon didn't get a good restart. And so then he fell back majorly. He dropped like a rock. And then Dale Jr. also fell back. He faded throughout the rest of the stage. And then Denny Hamlin, he stuck top 5. And then Brad Keselowski also stuck top 5. But Brad Keselowski was trying to get second back from Kyle Busch, who passed him. And he got up behind in the air. Got Kyle really losing. Kyle just went up the track and dropped back to 7th. Anyways, Martin Truex Jr. took the lead with 10 laps to go on stage, and the majority of the leaders pitted with 4 to go so they can make it to the end of the stage, and then also just strategy so they can win, better chance of winning the race. Clint Bowyer ended up staying out, winning the stage, and the stage 2 results were Clint Bowyer, Clint Bowyer, 10 points plus playoff point. Brad Keselowski, 9 points. Danica Patrick, 8 points. Good stage finish for her. Kurt Busch in 4th. Ryan Newman in 5th. Casey Kane 6th. Rick Stenhouse Jr. 7th. Trevor Bayne 8th. Michael McDowell 9th. AJ Allmendinger 10th. Good job, Michael McDowell. Get me some fantasy points. Getting 9th in the stage. Good job, Michael. Thank you for doing that. So he won the stage, and then all those drivers who stayed out, they pitted, and then Chase Elliott, he had pitted. He was ranked 4th out of the drivers who did pit at the end of the stage, before the stage ended, and because he thought he had a flat tire. Turns out he didn't, but, he said better safe than sorry. Good call on his part. Then the final pit stops began under green flag with Joe Logano and Dale Jr. coming in with 36 to go. Pit window 32 to 36, so they definitely had to save fuel. Joey Logano, speeding penalty, and he came back in. He's like, you know what, we're not going to make it on fuel, so let's just put some back in there. What did that get him? That got him another penalty, so that screwed his day. So he ended up finishing like 2 laps down in 29th or something. So, and if anyone needs points, it's him, because he's out because he had that win at Richmond, but it didn't count. It was encumbered because the rear suspension was illegal, which is a big no-no. So he doesn't have a win, and he's 18th now in the playoff standings, which top 16 make it. Winning you're in if you're in the top 30 points. So, anyways, that killed his day. All the leaders have pitted. Kyle Busch waited, which was very smart by Adam Stevens. A very good call. So he could have fresher tires, so he could be competitive with everyone else. And so he was very competitive. He ended up passing Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, he can't pass himself. Passed Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., and he ended up cruising. He took the lead with 15 to go and ended up cruising to victory, pretty much. So, recap of this final standings. Kyle Busch won. dominated the race pretty much. Started first, finished first. Kevin Harvick, strong day for him. He could have gotten his first Pocono win, but instead was Kyle Busch getting his first Pocono win. Martin Truex Jr. finished third. Denny Hamlin fourth. Good day for him. Fifth, Brad Keselowski. Sixth, Clint Bowyer. Huge points day for him. He really needed it. Daniel Suarez seventh. He is a uprising rookie. Eighth, Eric Jones, another rookie. Another strong finish for him. Ninth, Matt Kenseth. Good recovery from him after spinning on lap 1. 10th, Chase Elliott. Good day for him. Good points day. It could have been better if he didn't have that flat tire issue. Sorry, Chase, but it's not flat. It's not flat. Casey Kane finished 11th. Good for him, coming back from the win out the Brickyard and not finishing in the 20s. Good job, Casey. Dale Jr. finishing 12th. Good points day for him. But once again, as I said earlier, I don't think he could point his way in. 13th, Kurt Busch. 14th, Ryan Newman. 15th, Danica. Good day for her. Finished third in stage 2, so she got a lot of points out of that, but she's going to need a win as well if she wants to make it to the race. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., her boyfriend, finished 16th. Ty Dillon, 17th. Michael McDowell, 18th after recovering from that wreck. Paul Menard, 19th. 20th will be Trevor Bayne. 21st will be Austin Dillon. 22nd, David Reagan. 23rd, AJ Allmendinger. Next week is his good track, Watkins Glen. Watch out for him next week. 24th, Colt Wood. 25th, Corey LaJoy. 26th, Jamie McMurray. 27th, Joey Logano. 28th, Chris Buescher. 29th, Landon Castle. 30th, Ryan Blaney after having that incident with Eric Jones. 31st, Greg Galding. 32nd, Stephen Leicht. 33rd, Kyle Larson after having the drive shaft break. 34th, Derek Cope. 35th, Jimmy Johnson after having that crash. 36th, Jeffrey Earnhardt. 37th, Matt DiBenedetto. And 38th, Eric Almirola. They were involved in that lap 1 wreck, and that took them out, so they didn't even finish a lap. But overall, pretty weird race. Pit strategy definitely could have. It didn't affect the outcome of the race. Kyle Busch had a dominant car and ended up winning, but put some people with like Clint Bowyer winning stage 2, Danica Patrick getting third in that stage, getting a lot of points for her. But point standings definitely changed as Martin Truex Jr. still. He's expanding his points lead by a lot. He has an 85 points lead. He has 29 stage points. And Kyle Larson, 13 stage points, 85 points behind. Kevin Harvick, 8 stage points. Kyle Busch, 13. Brad Keselowski, 13. Denny Hamlin, 7. Chase Elliott, 2. Jamie McMurray, none. No, this is stage points. Matt Kenseth, 2. And then Clint Bowyer, who's 10th in points right now, he does not make the cut because people behind him, like Jimmy Johnson, who has 3 wins. Ryan Blaney has a win. Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has 2 wins. Trevor Bayne, Casey Kane, Austin Dillon, they have wins. And that definitely hurts Clint Bowyer, and that knocks him out of the playoffs. And so not making the playoffs right now, Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano because of that encumbered win, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, and Trevor Bayne. Dale Earnhardt Jr., those are some big names not making the chase. And then Chris Buescher, he made the chase last year, not making this year. So that's it. Yep. Yeah. Peace out, world. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.